answering your question as to how far my father was able to succeed. If you see, he is, I think, the only one in our state of Andhra Pradesh who was elected 6 consecutive terms undefeated. So this is a rarity. I mean, the only one I know. So it shows unless you have done some excellent, extraordinary, not excellent, extraordinary service, you're not likely to be elected again. So with great pride, I would say that he has met most of the expectations, and especially when I go into rural areas and when I go and ask them what their problems are, like I did recently. It is phenomenal the way they say it is not about a party, but it is about your father that we are there for him. And I actually got a survey done recently about how the political situation is, or which party is leading, or what is happening. The the surveyor, the agency that was handed this job to, called me up and he said, "In my entire lifetime, I've never seen any one candidate have such a huge impact as in votes polled for him." And people were saying we're not going to go by party, but more by the candidate, individual. So that is the kind of goodwill and the good work he's done. From what I've seen, especially last 2 months, very, very extensively, we have little over 206 villages in my constituency of Tadipatri. I have toured every single village. Maybe I did 4 or 5 a day. Took my message to the villages, and especially the SC colonies and BC colonies, where SC more so, where they are a little more under the poverty line, and the agenda was to see that each one of them has toilets. The government scheme is there, but as most times it has not gone down to the people. What I did recently was I went to all these villages, asked them, in the houses also, in the houses. So I went and sorted at 7,000 houses were sanctioned to the people, 13,000 toilets. And mind you, if you come to rural Andhra, that's the biggest problem. Close to 66 years of independence, but we still have women going out into the open for lack of toilets, which is shameful to us. This is something that we should all feel very ashamed of. But yes, in the right direction, a small step is taken. So this is what I basically did. And we being from Rayalaseema, in my constituency, another big problem is water. And to mitigate this problem, Diwakar Reddy garu, we started something. We got a Chagal reservoir completed, and for the first time, with great difficulty, putting so much pressure on the Chief Minister, fighting with him, we were able to get 2 TMC, a GO, official GO issued in this regard, that 2 TMC of water will be given to Chagal reservoir, which will take care of 2 mandals of my constituency. And also this JC Diwakar Reddy canal, drinking water scheme. So for that, also we will be getting 1 TMC from Gandikota. So these small things have been taken care for a permanent solution to mitigate this water problem. The other thing what I did was water. Rayalaseema being, and Anantapur is the least rainfall in the country, if I'm not wrong. It's the least rainfall. So it's worse than Rajasthan. You can just imagine sitting somewhere, you may not really know what it is if I told you least rainfall. It's worse than Rajasthan, which is the desert. So for us, water is a scarcity. So we are able to put bore wells. The last 2 months, I think we got more than 60 bore wells done. And this is not just one-time thing. You have to go on doing it every time the bore wells dry up. There's no groundwater. This, I think, is a major problem. But my pet subject of concern for me is education. Because I see that education is it should be the catalyst to change the lives of our next generations and the rural poor of Andhra Pradesh. So I would say that education also, but most schools, now more than 95, I would say 99% of children go to schools. You will not find anybody not going to schools. And for that there are many reasons. One big reason is midday meals. Because of, meals, we are all under the poverty line so poor that even that meal makes a huge difference. Parents not being able to feed their children, send them to school, whatever reason. They coming to school itself is such a bonus, whatever reason they're coming to. So if I had my way, I would see that education goes deeper and also better education. Right now, maybe they go to school, but the quality of education is not, the standards are not that high. We will try to see that education is at its best.